Well, I guess everybody who's been saying no pain, no gain for all these years was wrong. Welcome to Box of Chocolates, where you never know what you're going to get. Today you're getting my opinion on the new film Novocaine, starring Jack Quaid, an action thriller about a guy who cannot feel any pain. The movie isn't out yet, but don't worry, there will not be any spoilers here. I really wanted it to succeed. I wanted it to be good because I like Jack Quaid a lot. I wasn't sure how it would actually turn out, though. I saw a lot of people being concerned based on the trailer, like, it's just another generic action comedy. Just because he can't feel pain, is that really going to change anything? I had some of those concerns myself, and let me just say, this is one of my favorite movies of the year so far. I had a great time. When it comes out on March 14th, please go see it. Let's get into all the things that I really liked about Novocaine. First of all, Jack Quaid is just super charming. He's instantly likable. He's really good in this role. His love interest is played by Amber Midthunder. She's really good too. They have really great chemistry. The time they spent at the beginning getting to know each other and bonding was really believable, and I felt for them. I cared about their relationship immediately, so when it gets time for the bank to get robbed and her to get kidnapped and him to go into action hero mode, I wanted him to succeed. I wanted them to end up together. They were really likable characters, carried by some good actors, and Ray Nicholson is the main villain, and we saw in Smile 2 that when he smiles, he can really capture that kind of crazy vibe that his father was so good at, and so he's fun to watch in this as well. And with Jack Quaid's performance, I would imagine that even when you're acting, you probably still feel the instinct when you're supposed to get hit or stabbed or whatever to react. But he really can't. He still has to sell the fact that whatever is happening to the character is happening to him and affecting his body, but he doesn't actually feel any of it, and so he's very believable in those scenes and in all of the action as well. And if you're gonna have a concept like this, you have to take full advantage of it. You can't have your action scenes play out the exact same way they would in any other action movie, but we just know he can't feel pain. You gotta do some unique things with it, and they really do. They utilize this concept to its full effect. Not only is it very funny sometimes in the way that he will get hit by things and not notice it and have a really subdued reaction to it, or other people will have a crazy reaction to what's happening to him. There's some really good comedy that you get out of it. It also gets really brutal. There is some good violence, some good blood, some good effects. He does things to his body that almost any other action star character would not do, because he doesn't have to worry about the short-term pain. He's so focused on getting his girl back that he is willing to do whatever it takes to his body, lasting consequences be damned, because he can't feel it in the moment. So he does things to himself, things are done to him that you just wouldn't get in any other scenario. And even though he's not reacting, the people in the audience are reacting. You feel the pain for him. And it really raises the tension, because this is a disorder where on paper you're like, I can't feel pain? That's amazing. But pain is the body's way of letting you know something is wrong. People with this disorder have to be extremely careful. Like, they have to constantly be checking themselves. Like, did I scratch my eye in the middle of the night? I would have no idea unless I examined it. You gotta look over every single thing that could ever possibly be wrong with you to make sure nothing is wrong, because if it was, you wouldn't feel it until it got so severe that it's completely physically affecting your body. Like, I don't know if people operate this way in real life, but at least in the movie, our main character doesn't even eat solid foods because he's afraid that he might bite his tongue off. So it's pretty severe. It's a serious condition for him that has affected his life and his ability to do things and socialize and have much of a life. So he's a very normal guy. He's not a trained fighter. He's not a soldier. He's not an assassin. He's not anything at all like that. He's just a dude. He's skinny Jack Quaid, and he's got to go out on this mission to save this girl and fight off these people who are generally much bigger and stronger than he is. And he's able to use this disorder to his advantage and do all these crazy things to himself. And so the tension is really there because he's outclassed, and even with this disorder that does give him a bit of an edge in some context, every hit felt really impactful, even though he's not reacting to it. Just because I know, like, dude, you could have serious internal bleeding and you just wouldn't even know. All of these things are adding up, and he's not stopping because he can't feel the pain. And I'm like, dude, seriously, these are gonna have long-term consequences. He goes through some shit. Like, he gets more fucked up than most action heroes that I've probably ever seen. It's really funny. Like I said, there's some good comedy that you get out of the violence that happens to him. Some of it is so over the top and so sudden, and the characters' reactions to it are so good. But beyond that, it's just really funny. These characters are likable, and there are even a few little twists and turns in the plot that I didn't see coming. Like, it's a very straightforward story for the most part. I thought it was just going to be very point A, point B, point C, but there were a few little turns in there that I didn't expect. If I had to bring up an element that I was more mixed on, it is just the fact that it is still overall predictable. There might be a few small changes in the status quo along the way, but you mostly know how it's going to go in the long run. It's not trying to really reinvent the wheel. It's not the deepest movie. It's not going to make you cry. It's not going to alter your views on life. It's just a hell of a lot of fun. And I will say this is not really a problem with the movie. They didn't have to do this, but it's something that I couldn't help think of. It takes place over Christmas, but it's set in San Diego, so it's really sunny and warm, and Christmas is just brought up sometimes. Like, the guys who rob the bank are dressed as Santa. It's a Wonderful Life is referenced a little bit one time. Small things. And that's totally fine. You didn't have to make it a full-on Christmas movie. It is March. But since it's in there, since it is a Christmas movie kinda, I couldn't help but imagine a version of this movie that really leans into that and has full-on Christmas decorations and Christmas music all over the place. And I feel like that would add even more charm to what you already had. But I can't really hold it against the movie. It's just something that I thought, man, I wish this had been a really good Christmas action movie, but didn't need to be. It's just a really good action comedy as it is. I had a great time. I was thoroughly entertained. I would not have minded it being longer, because I was just having a blast in this world, seeing all the crazy things that he would do to his body to get out of these situations that he was in, where I was like, dude, how are you going to escape this? You're just a guy in over his head. And then some crazy shit will happen to him, and it's probably good that it wasn't longer, because he couldn't have taken much more. I was gonna rate it a high 4, but you know what? It's my rating system. I can do what I want. I had a great time, so it's a 5 for me. I loved it. I thought it was super fun. It's one of my favorite movies of the year, alongside Companion, which also starred Jack Quaid. It is much better than the trailers make it look, and when it comes out, if you're an action movie fan, I hope you see it. I hope it does well, because I want to see it again as soon as possible. It was a lot of fun. This was a mystery movie at AMC, and I figured it was either going to be this or the new Paul W.S. Anderson film. Oh, thank God it was this. Still going to see that, though, when it comes out later this week, along with Mickey 17, which I'm really looking forward to. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe so you can see more videos like those reviews when they come out. That's all I have to say about this movie, so leave your thoughts on it down in the comments. If you've seen it, you're looking forward to it, whatever. Agree, disagree, doesn't matter. I want to have a conversation down there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you next time.